Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys how to make some delicious pumpkin empanadas. So in case you guys want to learn how I make them, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so let's get started with our ingredients. So for this recipe we're going to need 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups of sugar, 2.5 teaspoons of all pumpkin spice, 2.5 teaspoons of instant yeast, 4 tablespoons of vegetable shortening, 1 egg at room temperature, 1 1/4 cup of warm water, and make sure that the temperature is between 120 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And for our filling, we're going to need 15 ounces of 100% pure pumpkin, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 1/2 tablespoon of all pumpkin spice, and 1/2 tablespoon of Mexican vanilla blend. So these are our ingredients. Now let's get started. Alright, so first we're going to start by melting our shortening. I'm going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. So while we have our shortening in the microwave, we're going to start to beat our egg. Remember that this is at room temperature. And that should be good. Okay, so this is our shortening and that is fine. It's still hot enough, so we're going to be able to work with it. So now we can start prepping our dry ingredients. All right, so now I'm just going to put my flour on my countertop. Of course, make sure that it's clean. And I'm going to add my sugar. And my pumpkin spice. And our yeast. So just mix it around. And we're going to create kind of like a volcano. Okay, so once that's mixed, we're going to add our egg. And just kind of mix it around. Our shortening. And just kind of mix the flour with our egg and shortening. And then slowly we're going to add our warm water, and remember, make sure that your water is between 120 to 130 degrees. Okay, so once we have used all of our water, we're going to start to mix it all together and then start kneading. And we're going to knead for about 10 minutes. So we're going to knead until our dough is no longer sticking to the countertop or to our hands. So make sure you're working it. And you guys just be patient, okay? Because it does take time. Just let your dough talk to you. Okay, it's gonna tell you once it's ready. And I forgot to mention, you guys, that at this time, make sure that you are preheating your oven to 350 degrees. The yeast likes to warm, so just make sure your oven is on, so like that, once our dough is ready, we can place it on a warm place. Alrighty guys, so it's been 10 minutes and as you can see, my dough is no longer sticking to the countertop. That is exactly what you want. You just gotta be patient and just keep kneading, okay? Like I said, the dough is gonna talk to you. Once it's ready, it's gonna let you know. Do not add any extra flour because the dough already, you know, should be good enough with all the ingredients that we have. So at this point, once our dough looks like this, we're going to add our salt. So sprinkle your salt and now just keep kneading. So we're going to knead for another 5 minutes. All right, so after 5 minutes, our dough should be done. So now what we're going to do is put a little bit of vegetable shortening on our hands. Just rub it together and then kind of slap our little ball here. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to place it on our bowl, on a glass bowl. All right, so I'm going to let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes. And like I said, I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees, and that's just going to help, you know, activate my yeast. The yeast like a warm spot, so right here is the warmest for me in my house. So meanwhile, we can start working on our filling. All right, so in a small saucepan, I'm going to set it to medium-high heat, and I'm going to add my 100% pure pumpkin. Just make sure that it is, you know, pure pumpkin and not pumpkin pie. Okay, so then we're going to add our brown sugar. Our pumpkin spice. And our Mexican vanilla blend. So we're just going to mix it all together, and we're just going to cook it for about 5 minutes until, you know, our brown sugar has dissolved. So just mix it all together. And make sure you keep an eye on it. Do not leave it unattended because it does burn very easy. And then you can taste it to see if, you know, if this is sweet enough for you. If you feel like you need some more salt, I was gonna say. And you can taste it and see if this is sweet enough for you. If you need some more sugar, you can add it. To me, I think this is perfect, so I'm not going to add anything else. Now we're just going to let it cook for about 5 minutes. All right, so once we have our filling ready, we're going to turn it off and set it to the side and just wait until our bread is ready. All right, so it's been 20 minutes and this is what our dough looks like. As you can see, it did not rise all the way. It just expanded, so that's what we want. So now that we have that ready, we're going to start making little bolitas, little balls. But before that, we're going to prepare our sheet where we're going to place them. So I'm just going to add some more shortening on the bottom of my sheet. And just make sure that you put enough so that the bottom of our empanadas don't burn. Okay, so we can put it to the side. Okay, so now we're going to get our dough out. So we're just going to get a little bit of the bubbles out. Okay, so now we're going to make balls as big as a golf ball. So you can just roll them like that or use your counter. Okay, and we're going to do it to all of our dough until we no longer have more leftover dough. It also depends on how big you want your empanadas to be. I like making them full size, but if you want to make them smaller, then you're going to be, of course, making smaller balls. So once we have our balls ready, we're going to start rolling them. So just like if you're making tortillas. And we don't want them too thin, but we don't want them too thick either. All right, so once we have our dough rolled out, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of our filling and just place it in the middle. I feel like 1 tablespoon is enough, But if you want to add some more, then that's going to be up to you, of course. And now we're just going to close it like that, like a taco. And now the crust, it's all going to depend as well as how you want to make them. I like to close them down like that, flatten them out, and then roll it. You know, just your classical empanada. And I'm not going to use no egg for this part. I feel like I don't need it, but okay. So once you have it like that, we're going to place it on our sheet. And then just press on it again. Okay, so now we're going to repeat the process again. Just roll it. And just try to get it as perfect circle as you can. I mean, these are going to be, you know, folded in half, so nobody's going to see that your circles are not even. And then once we close them, we can kind of even it out. So don't panic. Once again, in the middle. And then fold it. Get it. See, right here is when you can get them to match each other. And just press down. And then fold. And press down all the way to the bottom. Because once they rise, the little decoration's gonna disappear. Okay, just like that. Just make sure you press down. And another way is by using your fork. You can just get the fork and press down and create that little decoration. So there's many ways to close your empanada. Alright, so here I have my empanadas, so now they're ready to be placed in the oven. So in the oven, I'm going to cook them for 15 minutes in the middle rack, and then the last 5 minutes, I'm going to place it on the upper rack, so like that they can get nice and golden brown. Alright, so it's been 20 minutes and our empanadas are done. This is what they look like. As you can see in the bottom, they're nice and golden brown. And yeah, so now we're going to take them out and then finish cooking the rest of our empanadas. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part.
Taste test.
But before we get to the taste test, I want to give you guys a tip. If you guys want your empanadas to be fluffier, you know, like the bread to be fluffier, let it sit for about an hour, okay? Instead of, you know, so like that our dough can rise and get fluffier. But you guys ready?
Yes. Yes.
And this one, and I did make 12 of them with the dough that I had. Like I said, it all depends on how big you make them as well. Ready? We're missing the champurrado or the hot chocolate, but even with the coffee, will be perfect to enjoy these empanadas. But you ready? Okay, let me get into mine. Let me show you guys the inside. They're still hot. Look at that. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
They're so delicious. They're just a perfect sweet.
I like sweet bread.
You what?
I like sweet bread.
You like the sweet bread?
What happens when you want to eat this?
He doesn't like the pumpkin.
Off this.
You're gonna eat the whole pumpkin thing too. Yeah, that's the best part.
I don't know. You like
You
it
don't do
open?
it. Yeah, you can just go around it. That's fine. The bread is sweet. It's just perfect. It's the perfect combination here. You ready to go sit down? Let's go make some coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's go. Alrighty guys, and there you have it, my super easy and delicious pumpkin empanadas. I hope you guys had enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. In the comments down below, let me know what's your favorite type of empanadas, and also if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, no, no. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta.